Logan Reese, I must admit, you are indeed formidable. I never expected you to push me to this extent. Poseidon slowly spread his arms, his blue eyes radiating murderous intent. As a sign of respect, I will now go all out and let you witness my true power. As he spoke, he reached out with one hand. With a loud boom, the trident that had fallen to the ocean floor shot back up, piercing through the sea's surface and landing firmly in his grasp once more. Compared to his earlier arrogance, Poseidon was now dead serious, not just because of Dustin's strength but also due to his terrifying potential. For someone in his early 20s to possess such power was astonishing. If he were allowed to continue growing, he would become a massive threat to the Pantheon Gods. That was why Poseidon had to eliminate him here and now. Watch closely! Poseidon raised his trident slowly, taking a throwing stance. As he gathered power, the blue glow surrounding his trident intensified, dazzling like a rising blue sun, illuminating the dark sea. At the peak of his power, Poseidon twisted his body, gathering momentum in his arms, and hurled the trident with full force. Whoosh! The glowing blue trident shot forward like a missile, splitting the ocean apart in its wake, creating rolling waves and a deafening roar of wind and thunder. Dustin's expression hardened as he swiftly swung his sword 3 times. Whoosh! 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 3 white sword beams shot out, colliding with the trident at lightning speed. Boom! 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 With 3 explosive sounds, Dustin's sword beams shattered upon impact, failing to slow the trident down in the slightest. The divine weapon, wielded with Poseidon's full strength in his transformed state, had reached an unfathomable level of destructive power. Even after piercing through the 3 sword beams, the trident's momentum remained unchecked as it hurtled toward Dustin at an insane speed. Without hesitation, Dustin raised his sword horizontally, forming a protective barrier in front of him. Bang! Poseidon's trident slammed into Dustin's sword with immense force. The sword lasted less than a second before shattering on impact. Then, the trident, still brimming with unstoppable force, broke through Dustin's protective aura and plunged him into the sea. Waves surged violently. Holy shit! That was insane! Watching this unfold, General Lewis and the others were visibly shaken. Moments ago, they thought Dustin had the upper hand, but Poseidon's transformed state was beyond terrifying. With just one throw, he had sent Dustin crashing into the ocean depths. The sheer power of it was horrifying. Boom! Less than 3 seconds after hitting the water, Dustin burst back out, landing firmly on the surface. At the same time, Poseidon's divine trident, as if possessing a mind of its own, shot through the waves and returned to his hand. Logan Reese, how does it feel? Now do you understand the gap between us? Poseidon sneered. The ocean was his domain. As long as he fought near water, his power was limitless. In this battlefield, he was the god of all things. Compared to before, your power has indeed increased several times over. As expected of a god-king known throughout the world, you are truly something. For the first time, Dustin's expression grew serious. Rarely did he encounter such a worthy opponent, but Poseidon was clearly one of them. That last attack had posed a real threat to him. From your tone, it sounds like you still have something up your sleeve? Poseidon raised an eyebrow. If you're going all out, then I won't hold back either. It's time for you to witness something extraordinary. Logan raised a single hand and grasped at the air. Sky Sword! As soon as he spoke, lightning streaked across the sky, followed by the rumbling of thunder. Instinctively, the onlookers glanced upward. From within the storm clouds, a pitch-black sword shadow streaked downward at an alarming speed. Wherever the sword passed, the clouds parted, the air twisted, and a long black rift remained in its wake. It was as if the sky itself had been torn apart. Buzz! The dark shadow shot through the sky and landed precisely in Dustin's hand, revealing its true form. A jet-black sword gleaming with an eerie, chilling light. The sheer murderous aura radiating from the blade made their scalps tingle. That's the Sky Sword, ranked 9th among divine weapons. It truly is extraordinary. General Lewis's pupils shrank, an inexplicable sense of unease washing over him. They had been fighting all this time, yet Dustin had not even used his weapon until now. With the sword now in hand, his strength would undoubtedly rise even further. A fine sword, yes, but ultimately it's just a tool. Victory still depends on the wielder's true strength. Besides, Lord Poseidon's trident is also a divine weapon, no less powerful than the sky sword, Blue June remarked. In his view, Dustin was undeniably strong, but he was still no match for Poseidon. The god-kings of the Pantheon Gods had dominated the world for years. They were not to be taken lightly. Poseidon, dying by my sword will be the greatest honor of your life. With the sky sword in hand, Dustin's entire presence shifted. Where he had once been deep and reserved, he was now overwhelming and razor-sharp, his aura exuding absolute dominance.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my heart